Hey there, AI enthusiasts. Welcome back to Learn AI with me. I'm your host, Manoj, and today we're continuing our deep dive into the fascinating world of deep learning. In the last episode, we explored the foundations of deep learning, what it is, how it works, its history, and the different types of models that power today's AI. If you haven't listened to part 1 yet, I highly recommend checking it out first. Now let's shift gears. Today, we're going to talk about how deep learning is transforming industries, the challenges it faces, and the exciting innovations shaping its future. From self-driving cars to personalized medicine, deep learning is everywhere, and it's changing the way we live, work, and interact with technology. So, grab your favorite drink, get comfortable, and let's dive into the incredible real-world applications of deep learning. How does deep learning work? Quick recap. Before we jump into the applications, let's quickly recap how deep learning works. At its core, deep learning uses neural networks to process data. These networks are made up of layers of artificial neurons that learn to recognize patterns in data. For example, in an image recognition task, the first layer might detect edges, the next layer might detect shapes, and the final layer might recognize objects like cats or cars. The magic of deep learning lies in its ability to learn these patterns automatically, without needing explicit instructions. That's why it's so powerful. It can handle complex tasks that traditional programming can't. Real-world applications of deep learning. All right, now let's talk about how deep learning is being used in the real world. Here are some of the most exciting applications. Image recognition and computer vision. Deep learning powers facial recognition systems, like the ones on your phone or in airport security. It's also used in medical imaging to detect diseases like cancer or analyze X-rays. For example, AI systems can now identify tumors with accuracy comparable to human doctors. Voice assistance and speech recognition. Ever asked Siri or Alexa a question? That's deep learning at work. These voice assistants use deep learning to understand your speech and respond intelligently. Speech-to-text systems, like the ones used in transcription apps, also rely on deep learning. Self-driving cars. Self-driving cars use deep learning to analyze their surroundings, recognize objects like pedestrians and traffic signs, and make decisions in real time. Companies like Tesla and Waymo are leading the charge in this space. Healthcare and personalized medicine. In healthcare, deep learning is being used to predict diseases, recommend treatments, and even discover new drugs. For example, DeepMind's AlphaFold has revolutionized biology by predicting protein structures, which could lead to breakthroughs in medicine. Generative AI deep learning powers tools like DALL-E and ChatGPT, which can create art, write essays, and even compose music. GANs, generative adversarial networks, are used to create realistic images, videos, and even deepfakes. Education AI tutors powered by deep learning can personalize learning experiences for students, adapting to their strengths and weaknesses. Language learning apps like Duolingo use deep learning to provide personalized feedback and recommendations. Entertainment and gaming. In gaming, deep learning is used to create realistic characters and environments. Streaming platforms like Netflix and Spotify use deep learning to recommend movies, shows, and music based on your preferences. Finance and fraud detection. Banks and financial institutions use deep learning to detect fraudulent transactions and assess credit risk. It's also used in algorithmic trading to analyze market trends and make investment decisions. These are just a few examples, but the possibilities are endless. Deep learning is truly transforming every aspect of our lives. Challenges of deep learning. Of course, no technology is perfect, and deep learning is no exception. Let's talk about some of the challenges it faces. Data requirements. Deep learning models need massive amounts of data to perform well. For example, training a self-driving car requires millions of images and hours of video footage. Computational power training. Deep learning models is computationally expensive and requires powerful hardware like GPUs. This can make it inaccessible for smaller organizations. Bias and fairness. Deep learning models can inherit biases from the data they're trained on. For example, if a facial recognition system is trained on a dataset that lacks diversity, it might perform poorly on certain groups of people. Lack of explainability. Deep learning models are often described as black boxes because it's hard to understand how they make decisions. This lack of transparency can be a problem in critical applications like healthcare or law enforcement. Environmental impact training. Large deep learning models consumes a lot of energy, which has a significant environmental impact. Researchers are now working on making AI more energy efficient. Misuse and ethical concerns. Deep learning can be misused to create deepfakes, spread misinformation, or invade privacy. Ensuring ethical use of AI is a major challenge for the industry. The future of deep learning. Despite these challenges, the future of deep learning is incredibly exciting. Here are some trends and innovations to watch out for. Multimodal AI. Future AI systems will be able to process multiple types of data, like text, images, and audio at the same time. This will make them even more powerful and versatile. Edge AI. Instead of relying on cloud servers, Edge AI will bring deep learning to devices like smartphones and IoT gadgets. This will make AI faster and more accessible. Brain-inspired AI researchers are working on creating AI systems that mimic the way the human brain works, which could lead to more efficient and intelligent models. Explainable AI efforts are underway to make deep learning models more transparent and interpretable, so we can understand how they make decisions. Democratization of AI tools and platforms are being developed to make deep learning accessible to everyone, not just experts. This will empower more people to create and innovate with AI. Ethical frameworks. As AI becomes more powerful, there's a growing focus on creating ethical guidelines to ensure it's used responsibly and for the benefit of all. Wrap-up. Deep learning is one of the most transformative technologies of our time. From revolutionizing healthcare to creating art, it's changing the way we live, work, and interact with the world. But with great power comes great responsibility. And it's up to us to ensure that deep learning is used ethically and for the greater good. What excites you most about the future of deep learning? Or are there challenges that concern you? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Feel free to share them with me. In the next episode, we'll dive into another fascinating topic: natural language processing, or NLP. We'll explore how machines are learning to understand and communicate with us in human language. You won't want to miss it. Until then, keep dreaming, keep learning, and stay curious. This is Manoj, signing off.